So the other day I was in a class orientation and my instructor said something that I've been saying for the longest. Do you listen to listen and understand? Or do you listen to respond? I quickly started laughing because anyone who knows me knows that's what I say all the time. I even held speeches about this and talked to big groups and employees and employers about the whole communication piece. And you'll be surprised how many people actually listen to respond rather than listen to listen. If you took the time to listen, I guarantee you, you will change your mindset and you'll actually understand what the other person is saying. Think about when two people are in an argument. Half of the time, both of them are trying to get their points across, and sometimes they're not listening to listen and understand, but they listening to respond. It's almost like a debate. The good debates are when people listen to their opponent or listen to the opposite side to understand what they're saying so that they can respond in a way that they understood the other side and they're making articulate points to rebuttal the other side. But they're not neglecting what the other side said, but they're countering what the other side said. However, what most of us do is we listen to respond. And sometimes in debates, when we're listening to respond, we're trying to give our rebuttals right there instead of listening to understand why this person even thinks or feels the way they feel. That's why it's important in communication, regardless if it's a relationship, if it's an employer, in leadership of organizations. You have to understand, why do people say what they say? Why are they feeling the way they feel? Listen to understand them. I'm one of those people, I've been in countless relationships and have had countless friendships and everything else where people have always listened to respond rather than listen to understand. And they wonder why I just stopped talking. Because I'm not wasting my breath on people who's not willing to listen to understand what I'm saying. You're just listening to respond right away. I remember earlier this year where I left the VA hospital and I was so upset, so mad, so angry. Someone asked me why am I mad, why I'm upset. So I'm like, no, I want to talk about it. Because I already knew this person was just listen to respond. And that's so then they kept bugging and bugging and bugging. And then when I finally opened up to them to tell them, they just responded based off what they didn't understand why I was mad. That's why when you listen to understand why is someone mad, you're not there to respond. You're really there to comfort them, to say, okay, I get what you're saying, so what you gonna do about it? Instead of just offering some random or your thoughts or your feelings or what you think should happen or why this person should do this. That's not the way to go about it. It's just like if your child comes home, been bullied at school, or your child comes home, let's say your child comes home and they got a C in a class, and you're asking why they got the C, or you're trying to figure out why the grade a C and not a B or an A, and they start to explain to you this, that, and the other, and quickly, all you hear is you responding without really understanding why they got this C. And I know for some parents that might be like, no, I don't care what they got to say. I get it. But maybe they having a language barrier in the class. Maybe they need a tutor and they don't know how to ask for a tutor. Maybe they sit in the back of the class and have been asking to move to the front of the class because it's hard to see the board, so they don't understand the notes. Or maybe they need to move away from certain students in the classroom and they don't have been trying to advocate with the teacher. So maybe if you listen to understood why they got that C, you can help them navigate from that C to a B or A by communicating with the teacher on their behalf. So I'm just saying, let's be realistic. In life, we have to listen so that we can understand people better. Because if all we do is listen to respond, we'll continue to fall down the same paths in life that we always fell down. And we'll continue to never understand why people do what they do or why people feel the way they feel. because we're so stuck on responding rather than understanding by simply listening. That's the key to communication. So if you know me flat out, we don't have a conversation, I'm going to listen to listen. And I hope you listen to listen too, so that we both can understand each other.